And welcome back to Houston Newsmakers, where I'm now joined by Sherri, Kendall, the CEO of AVDA, which stands for Aid to Victims of Domestic Abuse, and Michael Scrutchin, the athletic director at Cristo Rey Jesuit College Prep, here to talk about a very unique program designed to prevent violence in relationships before it begins. I find that to be fascinating. Before we talk about that, what is AVDA's mission?
Thank you, Cambrell. AVDA is a nonprofit here in the Houston community. We've been serving victims of domestic violence for 37 years. We provide free legal assistance to victims of domestic violence. We also work with the perpetrators. We have a battering intervention program, and we also have youth and outreach, and that's what we're here about today.
This is called Coaching Boys into Men. What is that, and how is AVDA involved? We're going to talk with Michael in a minute, but how are you involved, and why do you think that's going to make a difference?
So Coaching Boys into Men is a national program. Because of our commitment to reaching out to youth in the community, we also know that athletes play an important role in leadership in their schools. Coaches are incredibly influential in that. Coaching Boys into Men is a nonviolence or a violence prevention program that really is a train the trainer. It trains the coaches to work with their athletes to encourage healthy relationships.
And Michael, your school is hosting a training session. What are your hopes for this program? What would you hope it would be able to do?
Well, for the program, in terms of what we use in the athletes, we as coaches are looked up as role models. We're there, I mean, just by association, because we also play the sport, a lot of the players look up to us. So what we want to do is try to implement a lot of character relationships, building strong relationships with the students so that they can go forward with strong character and take that into their personal relationship.
And the way this is going to work, I understand you have a training program that's going to be available for coaches in the area. What's going to be the determining factor as to who can attend? What level of coaches are you looking for?
We're looking for coaches who are middle school, high school, college, anyone who is working with not just male athletes, although the program is geared towards male athletes, but it could be female athletes as well. But we have plenty of time for them to get signed up for the training. It's on August the 10th. We've got a great trainer coming in, Dr. Kurt Brungart from Kansas, to do the training, and we think it's going to be a fabulous day.
You've been involved with athletics for a while, so
right.
What is it you see in your day-to-day interaction with young men and young women, for that matter, that lets you feel that you can be that kind of positive influence is going to make a difference long term?
Well, one, I think if we have direct interaction with them, you know, a lot of times coaches on the campus are, you know, the only people that athletes see themselves in. Right? So I think it's important to implement you know, strong personality, positive character, and so when they look up to you, they want to be you, not necessarily be a coach, but they want to be who you're representing. And helping out this program gives them, the Coaching Boys into Men gives them the tools to understand who you are as a person.
And unfortunately, Sherri, the stats indicate that the kinds of abuse that happens for mature men and women actually starts earlier. The stats indicate that that's going on at the high school level, is it not?
Indeed. 1 in 4 teenagers will experience either physical or sexual abuse during those years. It's a very disturbing statistic, but one that really motivates us to make a change.
And the goal here, if you get the attitudes changed now, that'll solve problems from going on down the road.
Right. Or yeah, or help prevent the problems from even happening. Right.
You're hosting this. It's a good thing. I guess it makes sense that your school, for what you stand for as a school, would host something like this. Right.
At Cristo Rey Jesuit, we're, you know, as a culture, as a Jesuit culture, we talk about building the entire person in general. So as athletes, we're not just trying to build them fundamentally as athletes, we're also building the entire person, building them character, showing them how to respect others. And so if we build that entire person, both male and female, then they'll know what women will, or young girls will know what it's like to be respected and young men will know what it's like to respect others.
I want to put the information up here. It's a 4-hour training. It's scheduled for August the 10th. Is there a cost involved with this, or is it absolutely free?
It's absolutely free, and lunch is free as well.
Oh, 713-715-6921. I know coaches.
Right.
You throw that free lunch in, they're ready.
They're there.
If you can't get the number, contact AVDA. You can see the information on their website, avda-tx.org. Sherri, Michael, thank you so much. Always good to see you. Great to see you again as well.
Right.
I hope this program works wonders and changes the direction for men and women in our community for some time to come.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hey, guess what time it is?